morning, viewers. This is my name. I'm Senior Consultant, Xylos Group International. We are a Nigerian big real estate company that is now opening offices globally. I am bringing you property titles and how a non-resident, non-EU citizen can buy property in Belgium. But before I do it, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Real estate in Belgium is governed, the law governing it is Belgium Civil Code and Property Laws. However, there are two systems governing the operating the Belgium land transaction: the private system and the public system. At the apex of the private system is the notary. The notary is central in anything that concerns property in Belgium. In fact, they play the most significant role as regards property ownership and property transfer, because they are the one that drafted the document and the title deed, and whatever they draw up on will be binding. The public system, system is the Belgium Land Registry. But the role they play is what the notary starts. So what it means is that whatever the notary draft together, that the two parties in the transaction sign, is binding. If they take it to the registry, it will be registered as such and made available, and this registration is electronic registration, digital registration, and is made available to stakeholders and properties such as throughout across the globe, but in particular in Belgium. So the lawyer is central. The next body that is important is the real estate. The real estate companies or agents understand the operating laws in all localities, and therefore you need these two professionals in order for you to do any transaction, whether you are resident in Belgium or you are a non-resident, non-EU resident, anywhere across the globe. You need them. Does Xylos Group International I represent have an office in Belgium? Now, the answer is no. We have not completed our office. However, we are working on completing the office. However, if you need my help as regards competent real estate and the notary in Belgium, I'll do so. Only indicate so at the comment section. Thank you. Now, there are types of property ownership in Belgium. Star among them is the full ownership, which is called propriété/eigendom. This gives absolute rights to the owner of the property that they can use, they can enjoy the benefit from the land and can dispose it. However, it is also divided into two. That is fee simple, which is the one highest authority anybody, no restrictions whatsoever, except the one local law puts in place. Otherwise, no, that's the highest form of authority exercise on any property. The next one is the defeasible fee. The defeasible fee is conditional. There are conditions attached. Even though it's full ownership, there are conditions attached. You as a buyer, whether resident or non-resident buyer, be aware of this. Don't jump on it that somebody say, I have full right on the property. It's full right. Don't take it. Check and know whether it's conditional. If it is, then you'll be able to know whether, because if you don't, and they start building on the property and they come and say, you can't do this, but then it's late, your money has moved. So take note of that. The next title is leasehold, also called RofO. This leasehold is just like any other leasehold anywhere on the planet for a definite time. However, there's a longer leasehold that lasts as much as 99 years. 99 years period. Okay, that 99 years, that is emphytus, or what they call earth patched. This one can give you access to the land or authority over the land for 99 years is the longest, okay, in the leasehold category. The next one is surface right. The right, the superfice. This is also called earth patched. This gives you the authority to build on one's property, but you don't own the land. It is like what is general in Japan. In Japan, it doesn't matter how many story building you set up on somebody's land, on any land, you don't own the land. The owner can use it to borrow money or as collateral security from any bank, but up to the point of the value of the land itself. I bet you that have property on it can borrow also up to the point, or use as collateral security up to the value of the property itself, not the land. And you can sell the land. So this is a similar thing in Belgium. The fourth one is co-ownership or propriété bede ingendom. All this does is that where 2 or 3 persons or more own a property, it is also subdivided into 2 groups. That is the first joint ownership, or the conventional, or that's one reached by agreement. The first ownership happens in circumstances where, like in an estate, where you have your apartment, I have mine, but there are common things that are shared in that everybody have rights to, including amusement park, gardens, gyms, and properties like that is first. The other type, the conventional own, is where 2 or 3 or more have contributed money to buy property. In that case, that's joint ownership by convention or by agreement. The fifth one is usufruct, also called in Belgium usufruct, stroke Vruchtgebruk. This is where, just like what we do in Nigeria and in other countries, where a right owner gives you the right to build on the structure, enjoy the benefit, use it, rent it, lease it, but you can't sell it. But it's for a definite length of time. Once that time is up, you transfer back the land, both the land and the property you build on it, to the owner. So these are the 5 basic standard types of property rights. So note them, so that when you are purchasing land, you know which one and know how you go about it. Now the question, can a foreigner, but a non-resident, non-EU foreigner, foreign citizen, buy land in Belgium? The answer is yes, you can. In fact, you are not restricted by any law, you are not restricted by any permit, you don't even need permit. Not in fact, it's one of the most freest in European Union. So all you do is that it's either you find land by yourself, or your estate agent, which is vital, finds land for you, and then you make an offer, and you make your payment. In fact, you can access Belgium mortgage very easily, even like a citizen. The only departure you have from residents or citizens of Belgium is that your property tax may be a bit higher. That's the only restriction. Otherwise, it's just like you're buying land in your own country. So take note of this. Does ownership of land and property in Belgium guarantee you residence in Belgium? The answer is absolutely no. If you want to live in Belgium or move residence, you have to apply for their visa. I hope this intel is not 100% full, but it has given you basic intel to navigate Belgium real estate. But also note in mind, put it in your mind that you need the services of the notary and the estate